Hi, my name is Mr. Chen. I'm the physics teacher here at American History High School, and I've been here, this is my second year here, but fifth year overall Newark, and sixth year teaching. I realized later in my life that my fifth grade teacher had a major impact on me. I was a class clown. I wasn't a very studious student at all. I thought school was just simply a social affair. But until one day, my fifth grade teacher, Mr. Eben, he asked me to tutor a kid in a a phonics quiz. And I'm like, why me, Mr. Eben? He said, because Warren, you got the highest grade in the class. I'm like, me? Get out of here. You don't know how proud I was. So I went over there and I tutored my classmate. I felt so proud of myself. I didn't realize back then that I wanted to be a teacher. But reflecting on it, I said, you know what? I want to do the same thing for my kids. So in retrospect, that's why I became a teacher. Before teaching, right after high school, I joined the Army Reserves because I didn't feel I was smart enough, and I definitely didn't have the money to go straight to college. So I figured, get some money through the Army. After I left basic training and did my specialized training, because of reserves, I went right back into the civilian life. And I found a part-time job working at a convenience store. Did that for a little over a year, and then I said, you know what? It's time for me to go back to school. So I enrolled in college at Chen University, where I originally studied pre-physical therapy, because back then, I guess even now, physical therapy was a hot job. And Chen, with a partnership through UMD&J, had a very reputable program. So I said, you know what, I'm going to apply to the same program. But I later found out through my volunteer experience that it wasn't really what I wanted to do. I didn't research enough about it. I thought I was going to be dealing with sports medicine, working with athletes, but it's much different than what I experienced. So, about to graduate college, and I'm stuck. I was like, oh man, what am I going to do? I know I don't want to do physical therapy, but yeah, I devoted 4 years of taking courses for it. And then I just happened to come across a flyer on campus. My university is known as a teacher school, and the flyer asked if you want to be a teacher. And I said, you know what? I do. So I was reflecting back on that experience with Mr. Eben, and I said, you know what? Let me stay in Chen and get my master's in teaching. So I did that, and that was good. I finished the program back in, when did I finish? 2003. That's a great question, because when I was a high school student and a college student, of all the sciences, I disliked physics the most. Why did I become a physics teacher? It's strange, because I was originally a 5th grade self-contained teacher. Like, I taught all subjects from history to language arts to math and science. Of course, I enjoyed teaching science to my 5th graders the most. So I asked my district if they had a middle school science position open, and they didn't. But I was doing some research, and Newark did. So I decided to leave that district and apply to Newark, and thankfully I got accepted. So I taught at Hawkins Street for 2 years, 6th, 7th, 8th grade middle school science. And but because I was non-tenured, they let go all non-tenured teachers that year. But thankfully, my principal at the time, Mr. Oh gosh, that name slipped my mind now. But the principal at Hawkins Street, Mr. Rendero, sorry, he asked me if I wanted to teach PSI physics through the PSI program, which is a state-funded program that will help you get your certification to teach physics. And I told Mr. Rendero that, you know what, I don't really like physics, so I don't think I'll make a good physics teacher. And he was like, well, you know you're not tenured, right? So that means you will be let go. If you stick with this program, they will keep you. So it didn't take much thought for me to say, okay, I'll do it. Because even though I didn't like physics growing up, I know I still have to pay the bills, right? And so I enrolled in the program, and surprisingly, I liked it. It's structured a little bit differently than what I remember as a student. And now teaching it for 2 years, it's a totally different experience than what I remember. So I'm glad I ended up teaching physics.